So LA Knight, why exactly is he the right guy to win the Money in the Bank briefcase? Well, I'll tell you why, all right? The guy is over without even WWE pushing him. And maybe that's by design, right? Maybe this is WWE pushing him without pushing him. Now let me explain what I mean. If we remember what happened with Daniel Bryan, there was a lot of support for Daniel Bryan at the beginning of his career. Fans organically connected with his character. There was a lot of support, right? And WWE continued to refuse to push him. And what did that mean? Well, it meant that the more that WWE didn't push him, the more WWE fans wanted him to be pushed. And the fans essentially took control, right? The fans took control of Daniel Bryan's career and forced WWE's hand. I think in this case, we have LA Knight, who is clearly over with the fans, and WWE stepping back and going, hey, wait a minute. Remember when we didn't purposely push Daniel Bryan, but we did it because we actually didn't agree with the fans? How about this time we do the same thing, except we do it on purpose, but you'll never know it's not on purpose because we're not pushing him. See, WWE fans only notice when you're pushing somebody, and that's sometimes when fans reject and push back on WWE's selection of who they're going to push. In this case, WWE fans and WWE themselves may realize that they are going to implement the Daniel Bryan effect without fans even noticing, which is fine with me. I think LA Knight is an absolute star in the making, but that's not why I think he should win. He's already over. I already think he's over as a heel, by the way. He's over as a heel, but yet if they try to turn him babyface, what will the fans most likely do? Sometimes the fans turn him heel because they don't like the version of the babyface that WWE has created. So I think in this case, you keep him quote unquote heel, which keeps his entire personality intact that the fans have organically connected with, and then just give him the briefcase and then he can have some fun. And we'll get to that in a minute of what he could do and more specific reasons why he should be the one to win. And by the way, we don't even know the full field as of this recording. We don't even know the full reasons or the full field of contenders in the match, okay? But for LA Knight to keep his character intact and turn babyface, it could happen without changing a thing. A lot of times WWE makes the mistake of having to change a character so much that they become unrecognizable. Suddenly they're so appreciative of the fans. Suddenly they're smiling all the time and they're fighting champions. I wouldn't change a damn thing for LA Knight's character. He has an organic, natural, magnetic character in his promos. In the ring, I don't think that's actually where fans are really connecting with him. I think it's personality. I think the fans recognize a look that they like. And most importantly, he's got a commanding presence on television and when he does cut promos, which isn't even that often. And they recognize the LA Knight. Yeah, they're connecting with that. Yeah! Yeah! Without even it being really being showcased at all. And he should be the one to win it, okay? Because number one, he's a heel, which the fans are still cheering him. And I think that they would continue to cheer him as a babyface without even changing him as quote unquote a heel. And he could have a whole lot of fun. You know why also? He could be able to cut a whole lot of great promos, taunting champions. And while he would not cash in on Roman Reigns, the Money in the Bank ladder match is designed for heels to win. It's a match that is designed for a heel to win because the prize is ultimately a heel prize. When you win that Money in the Bank briefcase, you can cash in at any time for any reason at any moment, right? That is something a heel would do when you take advantage of someone that's down. Take advantage of a champion that is in a vulnerable position. That is a heel tactic. And it fits LA Knight, who is still right now booked as a heel. I don't think the fans would necessarily even care how LA Knight wins, but I don't think LA Knight should cash in against Roman Reigns. It just shouldn't happen because if he cashes in against Roman Reigns, I don't think that's how Roman Reigns loses. I don't think that LA Knight would gain a whole lot actually by beating Roman Reigns in that way, okay? If he cashes in, it's probably going to be a WWE World Heavyweight Championship cash-in. If Seth Rollins is still champion, And don't forget, and people are forgetting this. This Money in the Bank briefcase is good. That contracted side of that briefcase is good for up to 1 year. So that means that person could cash in all the way through June 30th of 2024. Okay. We can't forget that. And by that time, maybe Roman's not even champion and we have a babyface champion and things look totally different. The landscape could change. A lot changes in a year. Just because he wins it on July 1st in London doesn't mean that he can't cash it in up to a year later, and it doesn't have to be done within weeks, right? I think a lot of times fans become impatient. I think there's a mistake also of having the person always having to carry around the briefcase. I think that's a reminder of that person. Oh, wait, that's right. He could cash in instead of leaving it off screen and making it more of a surprise. I'm also very interested in hearing what the crowd has to say about LA Knight in London. I think London's going to be electric for him, and I think he is a favorite. Do I think WWE is going to do it ultimately? My answer, they probably won't put it on him and give him the briefcase. That's my guess. But in my mind, I would make him the 2023 Men's Money in the Bank winner.